This is my new Eufy robovac. It's fully charged. You can tell by the light on the top, the power button, that it has turned blue. And I'll mention right now that that is the front of the robovac. So when you're using the remote controls, hand controls, to direct it, keep in mind where that is pointing, because that's what the robot thinks is the front. Now I'm going to turn it on. You can see it backs up and it just starts. I'm going to make it go this way because even though it will go towards, we'll just go around a room and vacuum lots of stuff, I'm actually taking my Eufy downstairs today. So first a short jaunt across the kitchen, and I could pick it up and carry it, but I'm going to show you how it does stop at the stairs and go somewhere else. Every time you're seeing it turn right now, it's me with the controls. I haven't let it turn by itself yet. Now, it turned by itself, I'm not touching the buttons at all, and you can see how it did that. But I'm going to stop it and carry it downstairs. I'm going to let the Eufy start in this little hallway here because I need to go into the downstairs area and just to make sure that all the doors are closed and any cords and things are off the floor that I don't want to inhibit where it vacuums. Sometimes if it gets on a cord, it doesn't do any damage, it just gets stuck there and uses up its battery trying to get off. Here it comes into the main room by itself. Oop, doesn't like the doorstop there. I like to do one room at a time just so I know that it's thoroughly getting that room during the time when it's using up its charge. Those cords aren't going to be a problem because it can't get in there. And I will later have to take my regular vacuum cleaner's hand tools and do in places like this where the vacuum cleaner doesn't get it all, or the Eufy doesn't get it all. But it'll go up on the rug like this, off and down. It'll go under the bed. It's been about 2 hours since I turned the Eufy on and left it downstairs. You can tell that it's out of battery, so I am going to have to help it home. If it was here on this level, it would have done this by itself. I can tell I've hooked it up because it starts doing that. While it's charging, I can go ahead and clean this. You can see I just pressed down on this button and that brings it out. You really should clean this every time you run it. To open it, you just press that. Now, it was completely empty when it started vacuuming, and I have vacuumed down there a few days ago. So you can see it's getting all the dog hair and everything. I'm just going to empty it. And then these are kind of dirty. Parts on the bottom of the vacuum cleaner need to be cleaned, and there are instructions in a manual for how often to do that. But it will depend a lot on exactly how dirty your floor is. In our house, we have a lot of long people hair and long dog hair. And you find the roller bar cover. And if you do both of these here, that lifts out easily. And then the roller bar itself just comes right out like that. And you can clean all of that off. I find that I have to use scissors to clip some of the hair that's wound on there. And putting the brush in is easy. There's a round end. There's an end that has a square on it. And the square fits very easily in here. And then the round just slips right in there. And there you have it. The only other thing to clean sometimes is these. These pull right off. With 2 hands is better. There's not a lot on them this time. Just clean that little bit off. And then again, it's real easy to just pop back on to this spot here. The last thing I'm going to show you is how this goes home. When this is running and it's charged enough, the power button is blue. When it's time for it to go home, it turns yellow and it finds its way home. And I can show you the same thing. You can make it do the same thing by pushing the home button on the controls. It takes 2 to get it going. Okay, so now it's going to come and touch my toes. And I'm going to say, go home. It made that other beep. And it starts looking for its home. And there it is charging. Until next time.